Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. Today we have the final top 5 DVDs from 1999 through 2001. I am going to lump these years all together because there's only about 20 some odd releases in these first few years of WWE releases. So, and 15 or something like that is all pay-per-views. So, we didn't have many DVD releases in the first 3 years of WWE, WWF DVD releases. So, that's why I kind of did it like that. So, these are the out of print, also known as the out of print DVDs. Not very rare, but hard to find, collectible, and things like that. I do want to give a shout out here to Skitty McMahon. I am going to be doing a King of the Ring themed video, or a couple of videos for the King of the Ring regarding some of my favorite matches and tournaments, pay-per-views, things like that. So thank you very much, Skitty McMahon. Let's get into this top 5 WWF DVD video. As always, check the description out. I'll put the playlist there if you guys missed any of these top 5 DVD videos. Check them out. Make sure you drop which ones were your favorites over the years. This has been a fun little series to go through, and I hope to do another series in the near future, so hang along. So at number 5, we're going to go with the Best of Raw Volumes 1 and 2. This was the first 2-disc, other than a WrestleMania. This was the first 2-disc to be released. And the following year, we would have, The Raw Just Bring It, couple documentary releases with Hulk Hogan and things like that. But in 2000 and 2001, they didn't really have any. They didn't have any 3-disc sets, none of that. And this is a really great set. They released it a part with the Attitude Collection. There is actually a volume 3, never to be on DVD. It's on VHS. Maybe I'll get that one day. But this has a lot of the great Raw moments from late 99 or from late 97. So this goes from 97, it doesn't say when, until the beginning of the McMahon-Helmsley era at the end of Armageddon in 99. So we got a lot of ground here on over 2 discs. Really cool insert there with you got Jacqueline with the women's title. You got The Rock, Al Snow with Head, Bedpan McMahon. You got DX, Cactus Jack, Chris Jericho, who made his debut. The corporate Stone Cold there with the Mr. McMahon. There is a lot of stuff on here. We got the IC title taking a dip. Shawn Michaels calling out The Undertaker, so this was probably around Bad Blood 97 or Royal Rumble 98, somewhere around there. Kane versus the Gorilla. We had Dude Love's return. The Rock versus X-Pac for the IC title. Mankind versus Undertaker. Mr. Socko's debut. And I love how these DVDs are, they're not full-blown documentaries like I've said before. They're kind of, start at a time period and cover a brief time period. And these ones are a bit different because we got superstars and different moments as well. So we go through Austin, Rock, Taker, Kane, DX. And then on disc 2, we got the 98 Survivor Series, Mr. McMahon, we got Chyna and Mark Henry, the lead up to WrestleMania 15. We have Shane McMahon getting the gold. This was a really fun DVD set to go back and watch. Number 4 is going to be Lita. It Just Feels Right. This is the first female release, singular DVD. Of course, we had, several Divas DVDs around this time, and this is pretty much Lita's documentary. And then we also have extra matches and other extras. Really good DVD release. This one goes for quite a bit online. I was able to find it for like $10 a while back, so that was always really cool. And this is before, a lot of the Lita and Trish rivalry in 2003, 04, and even into 06. So this was 2001. Number 3 is going to be one of my personal favorites, WWF Hardcore, mainly based around the Hardcore Championship. This was one I never had until just recently, and I always loved that, the rip on the paper, and they got like the computer chip in the back there. And this is just like loaded with extra hardcore title matches and different hardcore matches. Really good DVD set, for a 1-disc set. I would highly recommend you guys pick that up. Number 2 could probably be number 1 on your list, but it's number 2 on mine. Is going to be the Hardy Boys, Leap of Faith. So out of these, 10 DVDs that were released in 2001, just the compilations and, somewhat documentaries, the Hardy Boys were fortunate enough to get a DVD release, back in 2001. That's a big deal. We only had 10 releases that were non-pay-per-view, so that was a pretty big deal for the Hardy Boys. This is a pretty good, somewhat of a documentary and things like that. They go through their interest beginning in wrestling, and they cover, the TLC stuff. This is the early stuff of the TLC. We also have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches on here, including their first tag team title win, the No Mercy 99 ladder match, SummerSlam, WrestleMania 17. This is probably could be number 1 on a lot of people's lists. It's one of my favorites as well. Before we get to number 1, I'm going to run down a few honorable mentions. Maybe just an honorable mention. Let's see here. You know what? I'm going to go with the Foley Hard Knocks DVD. I always like that DVD. And WWF Action, I do still have to review that for DVD reviews and more. And People's Champ. I think those are 3 other pretty good honorable mentions. They also released Hell Yeah. That's a decent DVD. I never really got into it. But number 1 is the probably undisputed number 1 on a lot of people's lists. Definitely has to be The Undertaker. This Is My Yard. Fantastic DVD set. It's one of the rare DVDs or Undertaker sets where he's kind of like in a documentary and out of character. We don't get many of those, especially in this time period. So they pretty much run down all his characters and things like that. His tattoos, really cool. And then we also got like 5 bonus matches. The Hell in a Cell, the WrestleMania 14 stuff with Kane, Fully Loaded 2000, very good pay-per-view, versus Kurt Angle, and WrestleMania 17 versus Triple H. This is a great DVD set. Really cool artwork on the back. Yeah, definitely highly recommend that. Undertaker, This Is My Yard. So let me know your thoughts, your top 5 out-of-print DVDs from 99 through 2001. As always, we'll talk to you later. Peace.